It's the end of the day with Ray. Hello, my friends. Well, I heard recently that the Document Imaging Channel, those folks that sell and supply print equipment, have been approached. And there's people out there that says, hey, you'll have great relationships with your customers. You have thousands of customers. We need you to go out there into those customers and sell them electrical vehicle charging stations for their parking lot. You guys will do really well at this. Folks, believe it or not, I heard this and I'm like, are you kidding me? First of all, this is the craziest shit I've ever heard in my life. And second of all, it makes no damn sense. And I'm going to tell you why. Because electrical vehicle charging stations, in a very short time, I'm thinking like 5 years or less, the automobile manufacturers themselves are going to own that space, and they're not going to come to the dealers that are selling people products that they service and supply in the office world. They're not going to come to them and say, hey, will you sell these electrical vehicle charging stations to your customers? Are you kidding me? This is just absurd. Absurdity at its best. Why hasn't the Document Imaging Channel been resurfacing parking lots? I mean, why not? All they got to do is get into the tar business. You know, they can fill up a hole just like anybody else. Not that complicated, isn't it? Folks, our industry's just getting so distracted by nonsense. And quite honestly, it's these crazy consultants that are trying to figure out how they can take something to market through an industry that's collapsing. What I find so ironic about all of this is they're saying that you have the greatest relationships. They're saying you have all these customers, all your business processes, and those are all things that are going away. I mean, the print processes, people are printing less and less every day. They're using less and less toner every day. The equipment you're selling, the dollars on it are less and less every day. The profit on it's less and less every day. But yet, here's a product, we want you to use those same processes to take into the marketplace and sell? What? How does this even make any logical sense? And the dealers are getting totally distracted. You know, ladies and gentlemen, here's something you got to remember. The future of our industry is not about a product. The future of our industry is about the intellect of the industry, because that's what they're going to be selling. Because the customers you service and support today around a print piece of equipment, they're going to want people that can help them understand how to navigate in the metaverse, if you will, or that intersection between the digital and physical world, and make them stay safe and secure. And these are going to be upstream accounts, because all the small accounts, well, they're going to do all that stuff through Microsoft. They're going to do all that stuff through Google or AT&T or Verizon. Pick your poison. Commodity players that are coming into space and take all that low-hanging fruit away from you. And you're never going to be able to deliver that profitably. I've already done videos on that. But the bottom line is, why are you focusing on a product? Why don't you focus on the intellect and grow the intellect? If anybody in their right mind sat down and wrote a business plan, let's just say your goal was to replace all of your print business to one day be the electrical vehicle charging station master in your community. You're going to own that marketplace. If you wrote a business plan to get there, you'd realize halfway through it that one day they're not going to need you to do that. That other people are going to be well positioned better to do that. And you're not going to be able to do it, because it's not what you do. And if you were going to prepare yourself to do that, that would be a different story. But preparing yourself to fit in that world, you'd have to become an electrical contractor company. And is that really what you want to become? Folks, let's stop chasing these squirrels. We've been trying to get into IT services for over a decade, doing it all half-ass wrong. We're still not there yet. We have consultants that continuously come in and tell us we're the smartest people in the world with the greatest relationships in the world. You could sell our product. We haven't been able to do any of that yet. We dabble at best in anything outside of the print box. And now we're in trouble. And we have to start rifle focusing on how to build our business intellect and our acumen so we can go into accounts and charge them a lot of money to help them navigate the treacherous world of IT. And we're not going to do it with low volume customers, and we're sure as hell not going to do it with electric charging stations for vehicles in parking lots of the offices. Let's focus on the workers themselves, not the buildings they're in. Let's focus on the processes that we can help those workers, whether they're in the office downtown or whether they're in their house. Let's focus on realities and quit focusing on the fantasies of the consultants that are telling you things that have made no sense for over a decade. Let's change the game, because everybody watching me knows this. Status quo is the killer of all that'll be invented. Don't get stuck in status quo, and I'll see you all tomorrow.